Boros is not coming out. Well, at least not yet. I know, we're all a little sad. The majority of the Strongest Battlegrounds players have been begging, hoping that Boros will be the next class added to the game. I mean, he's arguably the coolest villain seen in One Punch Man. Why wouldn't they want to add him? But it's unfortunately been confirmed that he is not going to be the next class after Tatsumaki, and possibly not even the next few after that. Don't worry though, there is a likely time when he will be released. But before talking about that, let me tell you who the next class will be. If you are not in the Strongest Battlegrounds Discord, it is unlikely that you saw a poll that the owner of the game did. The poll featured 3 characters from One Punch Man. Tying for second was Child Emperor, a smart kid who makes a bunch of advanced technology and weapons that he uses to fight monsters, and Zombie Man. He's strapped, and he's also immortal. I really don't know how they're going to make a class with him. He kind of doesn't really have much to work with. But beating those two in a landslide was Suryu, the only man to have made Saitama go bald a second time. Jokes aside, he's a martial artist who put up a solid fight against Saitama and actually won because Saitama got disqualified, but that doesn't matter, right? His moveset is definitely going to be a lot like Garo's. The owner even referred to him as the Hero Hunter's rival. Unlike Garo, however, the moveset will be a lot more kicking instead of punching. Now we know who's next, but why isn't it Boros? Well, there's 2 possible reasons for this. The first reason is that they want the class to live up to the hype that it's had for so long, but they are planning on spending more time than they would on any other class. Or the more likely reason is that they know Boros is what most players are waiting for, and so in order to stretch out how long those people play their game, they confirmed the class but put it off to release later. Now, I don't think I'm hating on that reason, and you shouldn't either. It's kind of a smart thing to do, and we are still going to get some pretty cool classes to play in the meantime, so I'm not really too upset. What I do think they should have done though is add more villains. We only have 2 villains right now, Garo and Sonic, compared to 5 heroes. This is why many people thought Boros was going to be added soon, but instead it's going to be 3 more heroes before we finally get the 3rd villain. There's a lot less cool villains to add from One Punch Man, so I understand why there's going to be more heroes, but they could very much take some villains from the manga. Like there's the cadres that they could have added. I know it's spoilers, but I'm sure that not that many people are going to be too upset about it. Even going anime only, there's Deep Sea King, Kabuto, and Goketsu, even though he doesn't really have that many things that they could work with. Me personally, I don't really care all too much for a Child Emperor class or a Zombie Man class. Maybe that's a hot take. I can't speak for the entirety of the players, but while Zombie Man was cool in the anime, I don't really think he's going to be that cool in the game. I mean, like, what can you really make with him? Because if I'm recalling from everything I watched in the anime, he doesn't really have any significant fight in the anime. And even the fights he did have in the manga, he doesn't exactly show flashy abilities or some insane strength. He's kind of just smart. And then with Child Emperor, he's cool. I'm sure they can make a great moveset with him, but there's a long list of people that I'd rather see before they add Child Emperor. Out of the S-Class heroes, there's still Drive Knight, Tank Top Master, and Pretty Prisoner, who all would make pretty cool and unique classes if they were added in the game. But Drive Knight, however, would have some spoilers from the manga, so I don't know if they want to add him. He doesn't really show up too much in the anime. Other than S-Class, there's still a good amount of people that would be pretty cool if they got added. Stinger is an A-Class hero that I think is pretty dope. He has his own kind of weapon, and it'd be another weapon, another quote-unquote fighting style if it was added to the game. And we do know some of his moves from his fight with Garo in the anime. There's also Bomb, Bang's older brother. Now I think since they're adding Suryu, adding another martial artist kind of character would be a little too much, at least for now, but he's a pretty dope character, and since Bang won't be added because it'd be the same as Garo, he's a pretty good replacement. One class, however, that they need to add, the best hero out of everyone seen in One Punch Man, Moomin Rider. If you've watched One Punch Man and you are not a Moomin Rider fan, you're an op. Get out the video. If you don't like Moomin Rider, I don't know what's wrong with you. Anyways, I hope this shows you that there's so many characters that they can still add, and like I said, I'd personally rather see many other heroes before Zombie Man and Child Emperor. I can't complain too much though. The developers are doing a great job making any moveset look sick as hell. We all know the Tatsumaki ult with the insane cutscene. What other game is doing it like the Strongest Battlegrounds? I can't name any. They're doing a phenomenal job making classes that everyone can love, even though some of them do need a bit of balancing. So whatever classes they do decide to add, I'm sure we're going to be happy with. But the moment that Boros comes out, I'm going to have to change my main from Saitama to Boros. Just knowing the things that Boros can do, like Meteoric Burst or Collapsing Star Roaring Cannon that we saw in the anime, has me hyped. They have to do him justice. There is no character that I am more hyped to see released in this game than Boros. He is single-handedly the character I am waiting for. The poll stated that the 3 classes previously mentioned will be releasing before Boros, but I really hope that it was just a typo and that he'll be released after Suryu. Anyways, I'm done yapping. Like and subscribe. Have a good one.